Hey everybody, this is Oliver. I'm sure most of you who know me know I spend a lot of time walking some pretty big canines, and over the years I've clocked somewhere around 15,000 miles walking behind great big dogs. And so I spent a long time developing and refining my walking lead and belt system. It's now sort of a full-blown survival system for myself, but I thought that while I'm sitting around sheltering in place and doing my part to flatten the curve, that I'm starting to get bored, and I felt like I ought to do something with my hands. So I thought if people were interested, I could make some bespoke walk-in systems for people. If you want to check it out, we could talk about a price. But let me tell you what I've got going on here so you can check it out. All right, so let me show you how it works first so you get a full idea of what I'm talking about, and then I'll show you the specifics. So the base item here is a Harbinger powerlifting belt. You can buy them online. I don't know what the current price is because I've had this particular belt here for about 9 years now. This is my most recent iteration of my system. So it goes around here. You'll notice that it's extended with this little bits of leather here. This is a real thick piece of leather, and you'll see why I have that right there in just a second. I'm gonna step back more so you can see me. So then the back of the belt has an adjustable attachment here with D-rings, and what that's for is this rope, which goes around the front of me and the belt. I clip it together right here, like so. And the reason I have it like this is because when I have the animals attached to me and they're going back and forth, and particularly if I'm not holding on to the lead, which I don't need to do because of my system, I don't want to be jerked around as much, and so this allows the lead to rotate around me about 270 degrees, and that it's my backup to make sure that if I were to fall or something surprising were to occur, that I'm the anchor to the animals even if I've lost my grip on the rope. And then I use a big, thick, just standard coil rope. You can buy it and cut it to length. This one is 16 feet, and then there's a dog at the far end of it. And then I use a locking carabiner, and we always use buckle collars, which I could talk about if people are curious about our collars. But so everything is pretty much mountain climbing grade here. And then if I have a second dog on the line with its own D-ring running on this, I don't want it to be able to get right up into me, so I just knot it right here, and then it's a stop. Also, if I want to keep a dog right near me, I can put it on the other side of the stop, and that gives me additional control. Or if I were to be walking 3 or more dogs, although that'd be a lot of dog against a human. So let me show you a little bit more about the belt now. I'll take it off here. So my wife would tell you I'm kind of a survival-y nut. I'm really into personal responsibility and preparedness. And so the adjustable piece that I mentioned here is webbing with adjustment loops so that I can tailor how much slack I have in this line, or just pull it closer to me if I want to. But it also serves as an attachment point for my accessories that I carry on the belt. I don't always want to be walking around with a backpack, and some of this stuff I don't want to put in a backpack. I want it immediately accessible. And so the same way that policemen have their belt, or Batman his belt, this is my Wolf Boy belt. So I do a lot of kind of extreme hiking with my animals. I don't know if I could potentially end up in a survival situation, if an animal might get caught up in a fence or something. So I carry a bush knife. I also carry a little sharpening stone with my bush knife. God forbid an animal were to get loose in the woods somewhere and just start heading away from civilization. I want to be prepared, in my case, to just track the animal and not lose any time. And so I'm set up with this little belt here to be able to do certainly a couple of nights. I usually carry a survival straw or survival water bottle with me, so that would allow me to get stuff to drink. But I have a little ferro rod. I have a couple pieces of backup hardware that's light, like if a carabiner were to become bent, broken, damaged, or one of the clips that goes around the belt. I always have a second one that I then use as an accessory clip. In this case, it's winter, and so I have my little ice trekker spikes in case I'm walking on stuff that's real slippery to protect myself there. And then this little pouch here, I have a black diamond headlamp because I like to do a lot of night hiking. And again, if you get stranded out at night, it's always nice to have your little lamp. So that's the basic accessories I have on here. But with this design, you could totally customize it for whatever kind of requirements. I mean, if you're more of an urban walker, you could have, you know, your poop bag hanging here. If you want to do training, you could have I use a chalk bag for training treats, but you could have something attached there and reach around behind you. Although with my guys, they just steal the bag right off the belt if I did that. But anyhow, so that's the system. If you want to make one yourself, like I said, it's just a Harbinger powerlifting belt, and then I hand-stitched leather to protect my hips. And I was going to mention what this is for. So what I found was that when the animals are pulling around a lot, sometimes the knot that's here, that where I connected this to the back of the belt, was getting pulled down and banging on my hips. And so I just made an extension so it would keep that a little bit off my hips and protect my clothing and whatever. Mine has a little modification here thanks to my princess. We call that a wolf haircut around here. She's speedy. That was just one little... Where is it? There it is. I want a little nibble, but it's kind of charming. It's my custom belt. So anyway, I'm just thinking if people maybe were interested to have something like this custom made. I'm sitting around here and I like to work with my hands. So hit me up with a DM and we can figure out what would be fair for me to buy the parts and build the item for you. And while we're talking, I'm watching a spider drop right onto my desk, right... Can I get it? Oh, check it out. I got this little... I love all my creatures. All right, let me just put you over here where you can catch some insects for me. There you go. Bye. Thank you. I like spiders. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Doing this in a single hot take, I don't care. So if people are interested in something like this to walk their big dogs, this is handcrafted for sure. Artisan grade, probably not, but industrial strength, definitely.